Hello, hello. Okay, usually it gives me like a 3, 2, 1, and then it goes live. Today it just jumped right into live. Hello, guys. It is Wednesday. What do we do every Wednesday at 7 o'clock? Well, for 3.5 years, took a little break, about 18 months, and now we're back with Whiskey Wednesday. I am Joni Bates. Hi, how are you? Glad you're here. And I am a real estate agent in the Atlanta, Georgia market. And every Wednesday, we come on here and chat. We chat about all different things. But it's usually what I have been dealing with, discovering the adventures I've had for the previous week. And this week, it has been all about, should I stay or should I go now? I.e., should I be buying and selling? Should I be in this market, Joni? What's going on? And I'm turning my phone off because, like I tell my chief marketing officer, I'm like, every ping's $1, and there's a lot of pings. So we're talking about the market, and it seems like it's how's the market, Joni? No, it's more than that. It's so much more than that. But before I spill the tea, let's talk about what we're drinking tonight, because it is Whiskey Wednesday. Last week, we did Old Smoky, but we did cookies and cream. This week, we're doing Old Smoky, but it is salty watermelon. And you're all are probably thinking, ugh. No. It's so good. And again, love the branding. They're all lined up in my bar downstairs, and they're really cute. So let's try out this salty watermelon whiskey. And like always, whiskey for me is meant to be drank out of a teacup. And I told you that I was going to tell you why we drink whiskey out of a teacup. But first, I'm going to put it out there to y'all. You can guess why I drink my whiskey out of a teacup. Go ahead and put that into comments. Again, this is a live podcast, and this is on IG, Instagram. It is on YouTube, and it is on 2 or 3 different channels for Facebook. And we just keep it real because that's how I roll. I've been around the sun way too many times to be worried about not keeping it real. But I'm going to give you a little hint. It has to do with my grandma on why I drink whiskey from a teacup. And throw your comments in here. When I get your comments, I will share them with everybody. Hello. Love it. Hi, guys. Okay, so we're just going to talk about the market. It's fine. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. The real estate market right now in Cobb County, Georgia, is in the category of balanced, and everyone just needs to relax. It's fine. Now, we're not talking national. I'm not doing Good Morning America, USA Today. When they start doing broad strokes like that, I honestly don't listen, because every individual market is a niche. Cobb County is no different. It's no different at all. So we need to pay attention to where you're at. And I'm going to maybe get a little preachy here for a second. To all my first-time home buyers, you are used to going on Zillow or apartments.com and seeing a property that you like and clicking a button that you want to tour a home. My own son did that today. He's a first-time home buyer, and he saw a house he liked, and he just said, I obviously need to click this button. Next thing you know, he was going on Saturday to look at a home with some chick named Jessica. Hello, son. Hello. So FYI, shop on Zillow all you want, but you need to make sure you're working with an agent who knows the market, and that is not necessarily all those little agents that are listed below. Some of them are great. But you need to be talking to people and get a referral from someone who has worked with someone, so that you aren't in a bad way. This is The third call I took today one was from Indiana, of course, one was from my son, and another person in Arizona who are family friends who said, I did something wrong. I'm like, you didn't do anything wrong, but you have to slow your roll. You see a house you like. This isn't the market where things are flying off. Pause and call me. I mean, I can find you an agent anywhere in the world, but you need to pause. Okay. Don't go clicking away. Don't go clicking away. Don't do it. Don't do it. Salty watermelon whiskey is where it is at. Okay. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what's your home worth. You want to know what your neighbor's home's worth? I mean, we can do that too. I mean, I'm all about that. Why not? Let's keep it spicy. It's not coming back. Let's just get the elephant and get him out of the room. 4% is gone. 4% gone. 6%, 6.5% for the rest of the year. We're not going to see 4. We're not going to see low 5s. It's not going to happen. The sky's not falling. There's no crash. We're in a balanced market. But if you're waiting on 4, it's not going to happen. Sorry. Really, sorry. It's just not coming. It's not coming to you anytime soon. Sure, buy down a rate, do an adjustable. Heck yeah, I've got lots of lenders for you to talk to. But you're not going to get a 4. All right. Let's talk about this. When we talk about the housing market, I want you to think of waves. Think of waves. All right. The market is up and the market's down. The market's up and the market's down. And that's just year over year, month over month. You know, we have a season, spring and summer, everything is good. And then it starts to drop. But here's what I want you all to understand. The entire market is like this, and it's undulating within that YOY, which is year over year. Sorry, it's just going to ring. Like I said, every ring's a dollar. So the market is continually going up, but it undulates as it goes up year over year. Does that make sense? So if you buy a house next year, it's going to be worth more. And the year after that, it's going to be worth more. And more and more. So it's still a really good time to buy a house. So that should clear it all up. Should I wait? The answer is no. The answer is no. You should not wait to purchase a house because, again, year over year, you are going to be making money. Your home is going to become your bank. And that's what you want it to do. You want to be able to take the tax deductions. You want to be able to build your credit. And year over year, you are going to be making money. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Ask me questions. Jump on there in the comments, and I am happy to help. All right. 6.6 over 30 years is expected to hold through the rest of 2026. No pandemic lows coming. That's what I just said. That is just the reality. What do we do when we make decisions? We fact find. Fact finding means, you heard it from me. You can go do your Google and everything, but I live this 18 hours a day. I'm no kidding. 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. Your interest rate is going to be somewhere about mid 6s. That's where it's going to sit. So stop dreaming. Sorry. Just stop dreaming. All right. So let's talk about Cobb County. That's where I do most of my business. Your average, your median sale for homes is about $450. Okay. It's up 1.3% year over year. Prices are stable. Nothing's crashing. Facts. These are all facts. So if you're walking around thinking, I should wait. Okay. The same house that you want right now is going to cost you more in 12 months. If you can't afford it now, you certainly aren't going to be able to afford it then, unless, of course, you're getting income increases or something else is happening in your world. So what am I saying? Buyers, you're in the driver's seat. You are in control. But because you're in control, you're being cautious. All my buyers are being extremely cautious. And so what's happening to all those listings? They're sitting 45, 70, 92. I have one home that I have right now that's been on the market 87 days. And that's just what's happening. Now, what is that? I mean, let's play the game. If you're a buyer and there is a property that has been on the market for 120 days, make an offer. You know, if you can't afford the 450, but you can afford the 4, make the 4. Put an offer for 4 on a 450 house. Does that sound like, oh my gosh, I can't do that? Yes, you can. And your agent should be helping you making those decisions. The average price reduction right now after 25 days on market is $20,000. The average price reduction in Cobb County right now in the first 20 days is $20,000. So if you're out shopping and your price point is 500, what should you be looking at? 550. Why not? Take a look at the 550s, days on market, put the offer in low. And don't be afraid that you're going to lose it. Fine, you might lose it, but you have so much to choose from as a buyer. Not only do you have so much to choose from, you have so much leverage. If you don't like the HOA, ask the seller to pay it for the next 24 months. Do a concession. If you don't like the paint, ask for a concession. If you don't like the carpet, ask for a concession. If you're not sure about if you're going to be able to afford that payment, ask for the seller to contribute towards a buy down on your rate. It's almost like, okay, roll the dice and let's play. Let's figure out the best solution for you, the buyer, in order to get in the house in the exact way you want it. Because that's what's happening right now. Buyers, oh my goodness, you shouldn't be stressed. You should be excited. This is Christmas, okay? It's Christmas for you right now. All right, so we already talked about that part. What do we got here? 28.2% of homes under contract year over year is the big tell. The buyers are slowed way down. Buyers. All buyers are not equal, okay? All buyers are not equal. I want you to understand that if you are organized, you are well qualified, you have your pre-approval, you have a local lender, you're not doing a 1-800 number or something out there. You are working with a local lender. If you don't have a lender, talk to me. You are in such great shape. If there was a starting line, you'd already be up here. Most buyers right now are just clicking through Zillow and asking for a Zillow agent to show them a house. They don't have the proper information. They don't understand the different pillars that you need to be paying attention to, like appraisals, inspection. What kind of loan do you want? What kind of loan can you get? What kind of amazing programs can you get? We're talking free money. We're talking about Georgia Dream. We're talking about different grants. We're talking about USDA with 0 down payment. I mean, I get excited about this stuff because it is like a game. You need to be working with an agent who understands that it's just not put a sign in the yard and people come and buy it. No. What is this home offering? We can walk into lots of homes, my buyers, and I'm going to be talking to the agent before you get there. And I'm going to say, is this mortgage assumable? Johnny, what does that mean? That means when they paid 2.75, don't you want in on that? Is your agent asking you that question? Is your agent saying, oh, yeah, you're a VA, they're a VA, they're going into some other type of living. Maybe it's assisted living or some other thing where they're not really needing a mortgage. Why don't you assume that VA loan? You can do that. Again, buyers, so much to do. And sellers, that's another thing. Y'all, do I feel bad for my sellers right now? No, because you had your day. You absolutely had your day. The market has shifted. My sweet sellers out there, if you don't have the prettiest girl at the dance, you might as well not even get ready. You might as well not. You need to be ready. We are up by 7.1% for active listings. Okay. Year over year, if there's about 27,000 active, there's more choices, but there's longer days on market and the leverage has shifted to buyers. That's exactly what I just said. If you're a buyer, you should be getting up every morning, slicking your hair back and being like, yeah, I'm all that. You're going to pop your collar and be like, let's go find a house because you're in control. You are in control. You should be real excited and you shouldn't settle. If you get an inspection report that you don't like, don't settle. Ask for it. Make sure you've got a strong due diligence and go for it. I don't want to sound like I'm being ruthless to my sellers out there, but it is that buyer's day right now. Everyone has their day, but right now it's a buyer's day. Yeah, we talked about there. That number's not coming, is it? If you're waiting for that low number, it ain't happening. This is what we talked about before. It's not one market out there right now, it's two. And knowing which market you're in is truly the whole job. And I'm not talking about it either a buyer or a seller. No, it has to do with price point. There are niche markets within Cobb County that have everything to do with basically how much is your home worth? Anything that's over 750,000, you are sitting, particularly in East Cobb. If you are in East Cobb, you are going to be sitting for a minute and it's uncomfortable. It's real uncomfortable. I hate that for you. I really do. It is an uncomfortable spot to be in. And you have to pivot or you need to do all the other things. You need to do staging. You need to do price adjustments. You need to make sure that your home is ready. I mean, ready to go, not just kind of ready to go. Hello, sweetie. So good to see you. You see, I'm doing curly hair today. My sweet Suzanne, I'm doing curly hair today because it's hot and I went to the pool and it was fun. It was really fun. So I want to emphasize that we have some stats here for Cobb County. 28.2% of homes are under contract. That's less. 28.2% homes are coming in lower. So, I mean, if your home is listed right now, you might be struggling. You need to make sure you're ready. You're prepped. I mean, you are prepped. If you think your house needs new carpet, put in new carpet. If you've got from the 3 feet down and you've got dogs and kids and hands, paint it. Don't wait to paint it. Don't wait till you've been on the market for 3 weeks to say, oh, maybe I should have painted it. Don't list until you're ready. You want to be out the gate within the first 14 days of multiple showings, lots happening, people in the door, gorgeous listing pictures. You need to have gorgeous listing pictures because you need to stop the scroll. You've got to stop the scroll, folks. It's not just about pricing it right. It's about putting the home out there so that the right people are seeing it at the right time. Now, we're talking about, yes, buyers are in control and it's a stable market, all those good things. And I talk about this all the time. There are always people who are buying and selling because of the big D's. And we know what the big D's are. We've got diamonds, getting married, diapers, having babies, death, going out feet first, divorce, well, that's a home to sell and 2 to buy. Okay. Deployment, people are moving all the time. Downsizing, right sizing, you might not need those steps. You might want something smaller. You might not want 5 guest rooms so that all your 4 kids can come home and live with you. Not that I don't love my babies, but I got to go, right? That is always going to be the case. So buyers and sellers understand that those big D's are on both sides. There is always a real estate market. Always. So I kind of went fast on this one because I had a lot to say. I want you to understand that every market in the nation is a niche. You can listen to broad strokes on Good Morning America or whatever it is, USA, blah, 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 New York Times, whatever. Those are broad strokes. Sure, those matter, but you need to make sure that you're talking to a local expert who understands your zip code, who understands your neighborhood. Now, I call East Cobb the LA. It's LA. The prices there are always higher. They're always higher for a home that you're like, really? Yeah. They have Walton High School, which is an incredible award-winning high school, and people pay to be there. Now, that exact same house towards West Cobb, $200,000 cheaper, if not more. Okay, so you need to make sure you understand where you're shopping. And the deals right now are so good. And if you're an investor, it's time to wake up. Short sales, foreclosures. We don't see the 1% rule in Atlanta often. The 1% rule means if you buy a house, let's say for $300,000, that you should do the 1% rule on your rent, which is $3,000 a month. You can do that now. I'm giving you secrets. Okay. Again, I am always available for questions, and I truly love what I do because I get to serve. I get to serve you, and I get to sit in my really cool pink office, and I get to work with my Reimagined staging and design team who are incredible. My company is two companies in one. I have my concierge real estate, which is JB & Co., and I have my staging company, which is Reimagined. And when you list with me, you get them both. If you are currently listed right now and it's been a minute, you're over 100 days, and you're not getting feet through the door, you need to be Reimagined. I'm happy to come in and take over your listing, bring in my entire team, and blow your mind, quite frankly. All right, if you want to know how much your house is worth right now, just for funsies, I want you to comment pour, P-O-U-R, because that's what we do. We pour at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. All right, so again, I want you to guess, why do I drink whiskey from a teacup? I will see you guys next week, 7 o'clock, for Whiskey Wednesday. You guys be blessed.